How's it going? I hope everyone is doing just wonderful. It is a little bit after 6 o'clock, although looking outside you'd think it was 11 o'clock at night. I never get used to that. I've been around for 50 years now. I still never get used to this time of year, how dark it gets so early in Ohio. It just is weird. Um, but yeah. It is Ohio. I mean, you got to get used to that, with the whole daytime or daylight savings and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm so glad that phones have come as far as they have. And I mean, of course, cell phones have done this probably for since their inception, honestly. But especially, as smartphones came out, it's nice to have where you don't have to mess with changing your clock. Like if you're like me, I have clocks in the house. Most of them aren't working because I haven't changed the batteries. As I never look at it. Always on my phone. That's what I use. That's what I use for an alarm clock. And it's nice that, because I have it set to Eastern time, that when daylight savings kicks in or goes back, it does it automatically. I don't have to worry about it. Because otherwise, I would just forget. And I'd either end up being an hour early to work, or they'd be calling me saying I was late. So, all right, we're going to dive into the last little batch of comics. We've seen a lot of Image in this box. I'm guessing that the last few, or there's going to be some Image or some other independent publishers. Once I get done with this, we'll start doing some videos diving into the big box I got back there, hoping it's got some Marvel DC in it. And like I said, I do have some stuff ordered. I have a total of 5 boxes from Big Apple Collectibles coming. And then I just ordered 4 boxes from Mystery Grail on their regular Sunday drop. Although they've actually titled this drop as the Hunt for Freddy Funko. A number of the big grails are Freddy Funko Pops. So stay tuned for those. If you're not a subscriber, by all means subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be aware when I go to do those videos and all the other videos I do. I do Funko Pops, I do Hot Wheels, I do Funko Pops, obviously other geeky type stuff, and occasionally like trading cards, sports stuff, and I also do liquidation boxes from when I haven't bought any in a while, but now that we're into the new year, later this year, I'll be buying some more cases, maybe even a full pallet of like Amazon or other big box stores, Macy's, Neiman Marcus, Walmart, liquidation. I just got approved with my business to actually buy and purchase and bid on pallets and stuff at B Stock. So I'm hoping, later this year I'll be able to do that and get some, get a good big pallet to go through and start amping up my business a little bit. You can find my business on Facebook. I don't post on that page a whole lot because I mainly just sell through Mercari and Poshmark. The goal is eventually to get an actual brick and mortar location, and when I do, it'll have a big sign with the name of The Old Treasure Isle. So you can find me on Facebook. My username on Mercari and Poshmark is JRYMMAN. You can look me up on there, follow me on those 2 sites, and see all the stuff I have to offer for sale, from pop culture, geek type stuff, collectibles, to home goods, electronics, tech stuff, name brand apparel, all like new or brand new. So check me out. Let's get into these last few comics. All right, there's just a small stack left. Let's say maybe 10 of them. See what we got. Yep, Image, once again, number 22 of Backlash. I don't think I've ever read any of this one. I don't recognize any of the characters right offhand. See, Ruffner. It's got Kirby on there. Is that Jack Kirby? find out where they actually list like who did what here. No. Of course it wouldn't be Jack Kirby. I don't know why I was thinking Jack Kirby. This is too new for Jack Kirby. I wonder if this Kirby's like related to him though. The pencils were done by Juvan Kirby. Juvaun Kirby. Anybody knows if that's a relation of Jack Kirby? Let me know in the comments. Story was done by Sean Ruffner and Brett Booth. Looks good. I've just never read any of it or actually heard of it before. Next, we have number 18 of Freak Force. I actually had a few of these in the last little batch. So it's kind of cool. I got a number of this title. It's a good way to get scope of like the overall story. Next, we have a number 3. Once again, image. This is Mike Grell's Shaman's Tears. It's like an Indian character. That's always good to see the diversity in comics. I'm not one of these people that absolutely thinks that you have to have that. I've never really understood why people get so up in arms when a certain thing isn't represented in this or that or whatever. But I do think it's good when they do. If it wasn't for the diversity we have, just in the world in general, but especially right here in the United States, we wouldn't have all the things that we do. Especially like food, we wouldn't have all the food we have, and that would really bum me out because I love food. Movies wouldn't be what they are. Music certainly wouldn't be what it is. So, as though, like I said, I'm not somebody that gets all bent out of shape if certain groups aren't represented. I do think it's a good thing when they are. Next, we have number 8 of that same title, Shaman's Tears. So we got a little bit of a skip there, number 3 to number 8. So here we have number 7. That same. Wow, this cover is really cool. What the hell is that? Doesn't look like a bear. That looks like a big like porcupine. Is that a beaver? I don't know what that is, but it don't look like a bear. Guess I'll have to read the damn thing to figure out, huh? So number 7. Next, we have a number 3 image of Allegra. Never heard of that one either. Allegra. And we have number 2 of that same title of Allegra. We'll have number 1 then. But we do have a number 1 from image of Amanda and Gunn. Kind of a different, kind of a more down-to-earth title for a comic book. Basically, probably just naming, Gunn's not like a common name, but Amanda certainly is. But, or is that the Gunn that you're talking about? Like, Amanda and Gunn. I don't know. Guess I'll have to read it, right? Next, we have a number 1, Brandon Peterson's Arcanum. This kind of gives me kind of like an Elementals feel. Don't those characters kind of look kind of like Elemental type from the Marvel Elementals? Oh, and we have a number 2 of that same title. So that's good. We got 2 back to back. Next, we got number 3 from Top Cow Image, No Honor. Wow, this one looks really cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check this out. Oh, nice statue of Witchblade. Statues can get expensive. I've looked into them at times, and yeah, a couple $100. Image number 3 of Trencher. This is one of those titles has always had kind of a different kind of an art style. I mean, still, talented artist behind it, but it definitely looks different than your standard. A lot of your other Image titles kind of stands out. I think I have the first couple of this, although honestly I think I just have 1 and 2. So, well, now I have number 3. 2 comics left. We've got number 11. I think I just pulled this one out just a little in the last video, did I? Yeah, because I remember saying that she reminded me of Psylocke. It's the exact same cover, I believe. I'll have to look and go through the stack here, and obviously I don't need 2 of them, so I can pull one of them out. I'm hoping here soon to I filled out again to get approved to do Whatnot auctions, because I got a number of pops, a couple of, I mean, not like real like hundreds of dollar value pops, but I got some that $40, $50 pops. A lot of commons that some people might see. Well, what's the point of auctioning off commons? Well, because a lot of times even commons, certain stores only stock so many pops, and there's a lot of commons that you just can't find out and about. And if I only end up getting $5 or $6, basically what their current value is, that's fine. I'll make their value out of them, and somebody will be able to get commons for their own collections. But I'm also thinking of throwing in, mixing it up. My goal is, if I get approved, to do an auction that centers mainly on the Funko Pops, and throw in some autograph pops that I've gotten that I'm not going to keep. But then maybe throw in some sports cards, some other like geek pop culture collectibles, and then just some comics. So that'll be one, because I don't need 2 copies of it. And the last one is another Image title, number 1 of Booth. Never heard of that one either. Looks different. Story is by Bo Smith, art by John Cleary, letters by Tim Harkins. Definitely got a different style of artwork in it, more cartoonish. But yeah. There we go. So that wraps up that box of which was one of the lots from a big Cards One bundle that I purchased 10 some years ago, probably. Never really got around going through every comic to see what it is, so that's why I'm looking forward to that big box, hopefully being Marvel DC. I might have some gold in there, as far as maybe at the time they weren't real valuable, but you go back 10 years ago, it's been 10 years since the MCU started, so now we have all these characters that have been introduced in the movies, and you got a lot of people going back and trying to find key issues from their comic lines, and whereas some of those issues, again, 10 years ago, weren't garnering a lot of desire, now they might be. So, looking forward to it. Again, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscription button and notification bell. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Don't cost you anything. Helps me out. And as always, you know what I want to say. You can say it with me. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Look out for yourself and those around you. All right? That's all I ask. It's not much. Because I want to make sure all of you are around for many, many, many years to come. So we all can see all this COVID crap hopefully become a thing of the past, and really get back to normal again. So keep our fingers crossed. Until then, until the next video is what I mean. Until the next video, I will see you later. Bye.